Since coming to Washington, I've observed something interesting about Republican politicians. Republicans talk a big game about respecting women, but when it comes time to vote on laws to help real, live American women, well, a lot of Republicans turn their backs. Take Paul Ryan, Speaker of the House of Representatives. Just a few months ago, Speaker Ryan was adamant that American women deserve respect. Women, he said, are to be championed and revered. Championed and revered. So what exactly does championing and revering women mean to Speaker Ryan? Does it mean he'll promote policies that make us healthier? That he'll help us access basic medical services? That he thinks that we can make our own decisions about our bodies without government interference? Nope. Over the past few months, Speaker Ryan has worked overtime on the American Health Care Act, a bill that would make it harder for millions of women to access health care. That miserable bill even included a special provision singling out certain health clinics and stripping them of the funding they use to provide women's health services. Now, last week, Paul Ryan failed to get that bill out of the House, but Republicans are back to take another shot at cutting women's access to health care. This time, the plan is to undermine the Title X family planning program. And this plan, just like their health care bill, is incredibly unpopular, even with Republicans, who had to rush Vice President Pence over from the White House this morning to cast a deciding vote to start this debate on attacking women's health care. Title X is a bipartisan program started back in 1970. It is the only federal grant program dedicated to providing Americans with high-quality, low-cost family planning services. Title X funded clinics provide birth control, cancer screening, STI testing, and counseling. And just so there's no confusion about this, Title X dollars cannot be used to fund abortion services. None. In 2015 alone, Title X clinics helped 2.9 million women access birth control. They provided over 700,000 Pap smears, performed 1.1 million HIV tests, and gave over 1 million breast exams. And Paul Ryan's way of making sure that women are championed and revered is to try to reduce their access to these life-saving services. Last December, the Department of Health and Human Services passed a very simple rule to keep states from pulling political shenanigans to shut down women's health centers. The rule prevents states from blocking a healthcare provider from the program, quote, for reasons other than its ability to provide Title X services. In other words, follow the law. If a provider is doing a bad job at delivering family planning services, by all means, kick them out of the program. But you don't get to kick someone out because you don't like the name of their organization, or you don't like their politics, or because of your politics, or for any other dumb reason that has nothing to do with their ability to deliver women's health services. In February, House Republicans voted to overturn this rule. So Paul Ryan's version of championing and revering women is to let states close down women's health centers. And now Senate Republicans plan to do the same thing. Sure, Republicans give a bunch of reasons, but American women are not stupid. We know pretext when we see it. So let's just call it like it is. Republicans want to weaken the Title X program because they want to make it harder for women to access reproductive health clinics like Planned Parenthood that also provide safe, legal abortion services. Just so we're clear, there are over 3,900 Title X funded health centers. Only 10% of those health centers are affiliated with Planned Parenthood. The vast majority of centers getting Title X money have nothing to do with Planned Parenthood. And the vast majority of Planned Parenthood's activities have nothing to do with abortion. But women should be able to choose a reproductive health provider without the interference of Republican politicians. And millions of women choose Planned Parenthood every year. That Congress represents those women should stop demonizing Planned Parenthood and stand with Planned Parenthood. Yes, as it stands, Title X makes sure that if women's health care centers, including Planned Parenthood, offer first-rate care, then their work will be reimbursed. The Senate should reject any efforts to change that. Women in this country work their tails off. They should be able to choose their own health care providers. They don't need a champion to choose for them. They don't need to be revered into passive silence. Women want the respect that they deserve and to be able to access medical care without Republican politicians getting in the way.